He got him close. That was Ezekiel Elliott before the draft on this very program, predicting the Cowboys would be a Super Bowl team if they took him. Now, Des Bryant took it one step further on Thursday at the Pro Bowl, telling the Dallas Morning News, quote, "I'm not being biased because I play for the Cowboys, but I think we're the only team that had a shot to beat the Falcons." Donovan is still here with us, but Stephen A. Smith, are these types of comments the problem with the Cowboys?
Exactly the problem with the Cowboys. See, this is the kind of stuff that gets on my nerves, all right? Listen, I love me some Des Bryant. When I talk about the Cowboys and all that stuff, remember, I'm talking about the pathetic, disgusting fan base. I'm not talking about the individual players on the squad. I know they're big time. But this is the kind of stuff that rakes my nerves because the Dallas Cowboys don't take any time to wallow in their nonsense. They always trying to make themselves be bigger than what they are. They get bounced out. They lose to Green Bay. It was the catch that should have been a catch that wasn't a catch and all that stuff. We got robbed. They lose in their divisional game this year, going 13-3. Second time since 2007, same thing happened. You go 13-3. You got a wild card bye. You get your first playoff game, a divisional playoff game after winning 13 games, but you can't win a damn postseason game. You would think they would have the decency to just go away, shut the hell up, disappear, and say, you know what? We did not live up to our hype, our drama, our expectations. Let us just disappear for a little while. Oh, no, they can't do that. This is why their fan base is so damn disgusting, y'all. You know what I'm saying, D-Nab and Max. This is exactly why their fan base is the most disgusting, nauseating, delusional fan base in American history. I can't stand them. They make me sick. Cowboy fans make me want to vomit every day. Why? Because they'll lose on a Sunday and then wake up Monday. You know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? Oh, we're going to win it next year, right? You don't even take a moment to sit up there like any other decent human being and say, you know, we didn't get it done. Let's shut up. Now, the Super Bowl is taking place, a week from Sunday. The Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowboys are nowhere to be found. Gone yet again. Yet again they're gone. And what they talking about? This is when he picks the time to make this statement. Well, we were the only ones that could beat them. Now you make this statement. Now you make this statement. See, that's what makes me so sick about the Cowboys. I can't stand them. That's exactly why. It's exactly why.
I mean, they're talking, and it sounds like sour grapes from Des Bryant.
Of course
they lost. As you said, they didn't win a playoff game. And in the NFC, you could argue, look, they have a ball control offense. Maybe that could negate some of what Atlanta does. I don't know. I mean, they lost to Green Bay at home. This Atlanta team showed you they were better than Green Bay. That's a really tough offense for the Dallas defense to stop. Atlanta's defense has gotten better as the year has gone on. I'd still like Atlanta against the Cowboys, even in a kind of hypothetical matchup. But why is Des even bringing that up? You don't win a single playoff game, and you pop off about how you could have, should have, would have beaten the representative in your conference that's going to the Super Bowl. It just sounds like sour grapes. It sounds like being a bad loser, and that's a bad look for this Dallas Cowboys franchise.
You know, I'm with Stephen A. It seems like every time the Dallas Cowboys get put in a position where either they make the playoffs or have a great regular season, they end up losing in the first or second round, and now we're talking about basically if they'll be a Super Bowl contending next year. Now, I understand what Des Bryant is talking about. He felt confident about their particular offense, but it's just bad timing. No need to even bring it up at this particular point because you didn't even beat the Green Bay Packers when you had home field advantage. You coming off a great season, and you were expected to be in the NFC Championship or possibly the Super Bowl, but you ended up losing. Now you make situations worse by bringing it up as the Super Bowl week is coming about. And I think for Des Bryant, the thing that you need to focus on, Des, really is where were you during the regular season? Yeah, you had a great game against the Green Bay Packers, and I had brought up earlier in the season that I thought that they should think about not only trading Tony Romo, but also Des Bryant. I'm looking at the big picture now because of the young talent that you have on the offensive end, with Dak Prescott as your quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott as your running back, with the offensive line that you have. If you're not going to be there each and every week as their starting wide receiver, and you're going to be so inconsistent, you need to figure out what you're going to do next. So stop worrying about if you're the only team that's going to beat the Atlanta Falcons, because that's over. You've already had the U-Haul trucks packed up, and you guys have probably been in Vegas, which I've seen pictures of them hanging out in Vegas before the Pro Bowl, and you guys are focusing on something other than what's happening next week. So let it go And for the Cowboy fans, I'm with you, Stephen A. It's always something of them, oh, wait till next year. We're going to be outstanding next year. The same thing probably is going to happen next year, and we'll be revisiting this whole situation from somebody else.
And the thing that's so disgusting, understand, Max, Donovan, what's so disgusting about them is that it's the timing of everything. I mean, you know, they don't take any time to wallow in any kind of, they don't take any time to say, damn, we came up short. We really didn't get it done. Let me discipline. In other words, the kind of advice we would give to an Odell Beckham Jr. or somebody else never applies to the Cowboys. Never applies. I'm trying to tell you, I read a text on my radio show. I got a lifelong buddy of mine who was my college roommate, Mark Turner. I love him like a brother, but damn it, I can't stand him because he's one of the biggest Cowboy fans I know. A dude, Pete Whitfield, went to school with me, another Cowboy fan. Allen Iverson calls me to get on me about getting on the Cowboys. I mean, Allen Iverson. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And what is the belief? What is it that they're saying? The Dallas Cowboys lose on Sunday after a 13-3 season, which really was 14-2 because they would have beat the Eagles if the last game of the regular season matters. They lose a game. They don't win a playoff game. And the first words out of their mouth, you know we're going to get another, you know we're going to get a Super Bowl, right? We're going to get a Super Bowl within the next 2-3 years, right? This is what they're saying. I'm talking within 24 hours. That's the problem. Jerry Jones is sitting there. He's the ringleader. Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. They went out of business. The Dallas Cowboys should have been out of business, okay? But this dude sits there and he has Cowboy fans, including his own players, like puppets on a string, sitting there bloviating that nonsense. You know, we going to be all right. Well, watch what we going to do. It's 21 years since the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sorry, 22 years since the Dallas Cowboys have won a Super Bowl. By the way, Max, 5 of the last 7 years, they haven't even had a record better than 500. 5 of the last 7 years, they haven't even had a better than 500 record. But somehow, some way, they going to be all right. This is their problem.
He's not the ringleader. Last 22 years, he's the ringless leader. I mean,
how about that? Ringless. I like that. I like that, Max. I'm very proud of you. And Max, you're very good, you, Max. You are very good, you. I love that.
You're good.
I love that.
I'll tell you what, every year it is the same thing with that fan base, and Jerry Jones cashes in on that. Part of the Dallas Cowboys brand is their irrepressible and national following, where no matter what it is, listen, they have a couple of wins one season, and they're talking about they're going to get back to a Super Bowl, and they get incredibly lucky in the draft with Dak Prescott. Who says you're going to find a Dak Prescott in the 3rd or 4th round? Very, very unlikely. Incredibly lucky, and even then, you know, with all that luck, we told you, and they didn't win a playoff game.
And I also want to say when we did our remote during the national championship game, I also want to make sure for future reference, there's going to be a bunch of folks in Phoenix coming to watch us when we're there next week. I'm going to put this on blast right now. I'm sick and tired of signing autographs for Dallas Cowboy fans. I don't like these people. I just don't like them. I just get tired of it. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them showing up. We need security to highlight who Dallas Cowboy fans are so we can leave them out because they'll show up in Houston acting like they're playing Sunday. You do understand that, Molly. They're going to show up in Houston.
We will be in Houston, but you have to admit that they're consistent, both the players and the fans.
So what? I don't want them. They're going to walk. They're going to show up in Houston, y'all, acting like they're playing instead of Atlanta. I'm telling y'all what I'm telling you. They're going to act like they're playing. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. I can't stand them. I just can't stand them.
Yeah, Donovan, you wouldn't want a receiver on your team after you lost talking about how you would have, should have, could have beaten the team that's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I had receivers that were doing a lot of talking and still talking at this particular point. So it don't matter to me what they talk about
anyway. Hey, you be nice, Donovan. You be nice, Donovan. You be nice, Donovan. You might have won a Super Bowl if you kept him around. You might have won a Super Bowl if you kept him around.
Hey, well, if he would have just shut up, then maybe he would have stayed around. So, you know, we got one that's quiet in the Super Bowl, and I hope that Julio Jones and Matt Ryan win it. So they'll act like they love each other.
You couldn't deal with a little bit of chirping so you could have a ring? You couldn't deal with that?
No. Move on.
All right, we will. Donovan, thank you so much for being with us. We will see you in Houston. Looking forward to that. And Stephen A. signing Dallas Cowboys fans. Giving them autographs and pictures. Oh, he will.
Security
he will
ban them.
Cowboys fans, Stephen A. says, line up for your autographs.
Don't say that, Max. Don't joke around like that, Max.
Exactly.
Don't you joke around like that.
Wear your blue proudly and your stars. All right, guys, let's move on.